I mean, it sort of just depends on where you come at, because I think there are misconceptions at sort of every level. Certain people have a very basic knowledge of things, and so like if you ever set up a telescope, there's a great way of connecting people with the hobby called sidewalk astronomy, where you just go and take a telescope and you set it up outside, you point it at the sky, point it at interesting objects that are up there right now, and people will walk by and want to look through the telescope. And it's great, you set it up outside of a concert or a hockey game, and you'll have lineups around the block of people waiting patiently to look through the telescope. And then they'll look and they'll see Saturn, and then they'll see the disk of the planet, and they'll see the rings, and if your telescope is good enough, they'll see the gap in the rings. They might see a couple of moons around Saturn at the time, and they'll be like, wait a minute, like, is there a screen? How is this working? And you're like, no, there it is there, and you like point at the sky, and it's the light is coming from this thing, and it's going into the telescope, and then you're looking at it with your eye. And I would say, like, that first basic level for people is that they don't even connect with this cosmos that is all around us, that we live day after day after day. And yet there is this uh poetry of the cosmos moving all around you all the time. The sun is changing where it's rising and when it's rising, and the moon is showing up at different times of the month, and the planets are in different positions, and different constellations are visible in the sky at different times, and the Milky Way is only visible, and this is going on year after year after year. And until you start to pay attention to this stuff, people will just live their whole lives. They don't even realize, right? When's the next full moon? I don't know. Hey, weird, the moon looks so big tonight. You know, that's because it's a full moon and it happens once every 28 days. And here it is again. And so I think like that is the first step, is just this misconception that this stuff is connecting to you directly, and you're oblivious to it day in day out.